Good morning. This is part 2 of the slider crank chain and its inversion. I am Vijay Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering from Tandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. So we have already discussed about cam and slaughter lever quick return mechanism. So we will discuss one more quick return mechanism which is called as Whitworth quick return mechanism. So this is mainly used in shaping and slotting machines. So in this mechanism, the link CD forming the turning pair is fixed. So here you can see the mechanism. So this shorter link, that is generally this will be used as the crank in the reciprocating engine. Here this shorter link CD is fixed. So this link corresponds to the crank in the steam engine. The driving link CA, that is the link 3, rotates at an uniform angular speed. So here you can see the driving crank, that is the link 3. So this is going to rotate at an uniform angular speed. So the slider, which is attached to the crank pin at A, slides along the slotted bar, that is PA, which is the link 1, which oscillates about a pivoted point D. So this is the slider which is attached at the point A. So this causes the slider to slide along PA. At the same time, this entire link, which is 1, will oscillate about the point D. So you can here see this PA or DA is going to, so the entire link, actually the link is extended till P. So this link PA will then oscillate about the point D. Okay. So at the end of P, you are attaching the ram. The ram carries the tool. So here you can see if the link CA is rotating, if this link CA is given the rotary motion, that will cause the slider to slide along the link. At the same time, it will also cause it to rotate about the point D. So here you can see the point A executes one complete rotation when the link CA is rotating. And similarly, you can see the point P, this is also going to execute one complete rotation. But here the radius of rotation will be PD, whereas in the former case, the radius of rotation will be EAD. So since the tool is attached to the ram, it will, when this is rotating, this will cause the ram to move or to slide in the forward and reverse direction. So when the driving crank CA, so here you can see the driving crank CA. So when it is moving from position from CA1 to CA2 or the link DP from the position DP1 to DP2 through an angle beta in the clockwise direction, the tool moves from the left hand end of its stroke to the right hand end through a distance of 2 times PD. So what happens is you have the link. So when is it at the position from A1? So when it is at this position A1, the corresponding position is P1 for the rear end. and when it is reaching the position P2, the point A2, this will reach the position of P2. So when it is moving from A1 to A2, traveling an angle of alpha, this point P1 will move from P1 to P2. So when it is at point P, when it is at P1, you will have the ram at the outer end of the stroke. So when it reaches P2, the ram would have traveled the distance and reached the end of the stroke. So the total stroke length will be equal to 2 times that of the PD. And now again when it is moving from A1 to A2, the point will move from P1 to P2, or it will move from P2 to P1 through the angle in the clockwise direction, alpha in the clockwise direction, so that it will move from the right hand end of the stroke to the left hand end. So the time taken for the left to right the movement will be equal to the time taken by the driving crank from moving from CA1 to CA2. So the time taken during the left to right movement will be the time taken by the driving crank from CA2 to, this is the driving crank. So driving crank from CA2 to CA1. Okay. So when it is at this position, CA2 to CA1 will be the time taken for the return stroke. At the same time, when it is moving from A1 to A2, this will be A1 to A2. So that will be the time taken for the forward stroke. So since CA is rotating at a uniform velocity, therefore the time taken during the cutting stroke is always more than the time taken for the return stroke. So the mean speed of the ram during the cutting stroke is less than the mean speed during the return stroke. So the ratio between the time taken during the cutting strokes and the return strokes is given by time of the cutting stroke divided by time of the return stroke, which is equal to alpha by beta, or alpha divided by 360 minus alpha. So with this we will finish slider crank mechanisms. Thank you.